Welcome to Maru. This is another day where I'll share to you guys another top 10 romance manhwa recommendation. Today it's all about modern romance manhwa. I don't know if you miss me, but I miss you guys so much. So without further ado, let's begin the list. Number 10. Will You Be My Maid Lead? Oh, this one got this K-drama vibes. The plot is not too complicated and easy to imagine. It's good for those who like simple romance and adorable characters. Arashin was secretly in love with Seung Wohan, her childhood friend. Unable to express her feelings, she wrote a novel, molded the maid lead after him, and confesses her love in the pages. He never read it, but everyone else did, and her first novel was a hit. Now a famous web novelist, Ara struggled to write her second book without a muse until she meets Joo-won Cha. Joo-won is the ideal maid lead. He's handsome, professional, and very different from her first maid lead. There's only one issue. He's the CEO of her publishing company. My one and only. If you're into romance and fantasy nowadays, this manhwa could be perfect for you. The art looks nice and the plot is good. This reminds me of a movie, Twilight. RM was returning home after work, drunk and wasted when a handsome man appeared in front of her and introduces himself as a werewolf. He asked RM if he can stay in her house for a while. Due to this wolfman request, RM and Ten begin their dynamic cohabitation. The gorgeous werewolf Ten is attracted to Aren's scent and chooses her as his mate. Aren teaches Ten about the human culture and society. She then starts feeling some kind of warmth in her heart when she spends time with him. Will Aren eventually fall in love with Ten? Number 8. Survival Marriage. I almost dropped this one because the art is not my cup of tea, but the plot is interesting and well thought. You'll surely enjoy this one. Next to Impossible Coincidence seems to be connected to a shared dream. Is this destiny? Chai sprang out of bed after one of the most realistic and steamy dreams she ever had. After bringing herself back to reality, she goes to work as a TA at her former university. But while on an errand for her professor, she meets Do-hoon and gets the shock of her life. He seriously resembles the man she spent a hot night in the dream. She finds herself unable to face him since every glance brings back the realistic feeling of the night before. By any chance, have you met before? Do-yoon also has unexplainable feeling of discomfort toward Chai and put as much space between them as he can. But no matter how hard they try, fate keeps dragging them back toward each other. What's going on? When dreams and reality intertwine, anything can happen. Number 7. The Scandalous Proposal. The worst crisis in his 15 years of career as an actor. When he was considering to leave the line of business, she stepped into his life. I could have a relationship of convenience with you. Dokyung, how will I benefit from this? I'll be your shield. Her life story is even more pathetic than his. Apparently, she's about to get sold into marrying a junkie. It sounds like she can be a perfect partner. If things get worse, we might have to get married. I'm fine with that. I'd rather have a marriage of convenience than being married up to a junkie. But I wonder why I keep falling for her. Just asking, can we kiss during the contract period, Mr. Han? Let's do something more than just a kiss. Finally, an outrageous rumor that's only been on their minds come to life. Oh, the plot is interesting and sounds spicy. Let's see if their fake relationship ends up sweet. Number 6. Please Show Up. If you like romance manhwa with male lead point of view, then try this one. It's my first time reading manhwa with more male lead point of view, and what I can say is this guy is kinda cute. If you like romance manhwa mixed with fantasy, then check it out. One day, Kim Ji-young, an ordinary student, dreams of a girl named Jae-young-ji and falls in love with her at first sight. But when he tries to find her, turns out that the woman committed suicide 2 years ago. The romantic story of Ji-young who wants to return Ji's life. Number 5. My Sweet Spooky Darling. You guessed it right. This romance manhwa revolves around a girl who lives with a ghost. What more to it is the ghost is freaking handsome. Should we be scared or what? Mature comic creator Yuzuo just wanted to move into her new apartment in peace. Too bad it's haunted by a handsome young ghost. Taeljung is 26, was anyway. He's sweet even if a bit of a ghastly goop, but to Yuzu, he's just super spooky. She tries to ignore him, but soon she finds him haunting not only her apartment but her heart. They say the home is where the heart is. But does it count if your roommate is dead? Number 4. A Messy Marriage. This is one of those manhwa that will make you stay for more. The characters are cute, but the main lead is the cutest. Their arrangement thrills me and I love to see a happy ending in this manhwa. I'll do the marriage. Wazaran, a dedicated lawyer, is the only person who aware about Baek Kyung-ho's contract. She agrees to marry him instead of his runaway bride. You'll regret it. Well, I don't make decisions which I'll regret in the first place. She entered the tiger's den with confidence. Even though her life so far was quiet and boring, a messy and secret romance begins. Will I regret this marriage? Number 3. 1+1. Another school romance manhwa that starts from being, enemy neighbors. This romance manhwa starts with some bumps in the night that turns into some truly irritating bumps in the day. That then turn into Sung-on literally bumping into the reason for all the noise. Her handsome and charming neighbor Unsung. She quickly finds out that the private student representative has somewhat questionable reputation, but that doesn't mean she shouldn't do her duty as the kind neighbor. I mean, they are literally neighbors. After all, she hides her true feelings to him, and the two grow so close that it isn't long before Sung-un has to wonder if maybe Unsung is also hiding something from her. Number 2. Crush of a Lifetime. The story and the character are really funny. The art is just right for this kind of story. I feel bad for the male lead because of his multiple part-time jobs. Our female lead is acting like she's already in her 30s the way she finds a boyfriend. Like she's still in school. What's wrong in not having a boyfriend? But this manhwa is excellent, so make sure to give it a shot. Yejin is a famous SNS star with over 100,000 Instagram followers. Due to her popularity, Yejin has received many confessions, but despite that, she doesn't really have much dating experience. One day, Yejin receives an invitation to go out on a date with another popular SNS star who she secretly followed. On the day of the long-awaited date, Yejin couldn't stand the subtle light coming from the karaoke bar, so she decides to use her feet to take a selfie. But due to an accident, Hee-sung, who was a part-timer at that time, ended up seeing her in that embarrassing position. After that disastrous date, Yejin decides to end her first ever relationship. However, on her first day at school, she meets Harry, the person who gave her that embarrassing memory. Number 1. Miss Time. I totally love this one. The story starts before they reincarnate, and that will make you hook for sure. The way our female leads think is quite funny, like how she got a double eyelid surgery in the future and now that she returned to her high school days, it's gone. The art is nice, the plot is interesting, and the flow of the story is just right. Make sure to give this one a try. On the day of Sarah's wedding, Gaon helps Sarah run away from the wedding and Jiho blames Gaon for it. A few days later, Sarah visits a psychic and tells her that she wants to go back in time when Gaon and Sarah were best friends. Sarah asks Jiho to apologize to Gaon for yelling at her and plans for the three of them to meet up at a cafe. On their way to the cafe, all the lights suddenly go out. Gaon and Sarah wake up to realize they have time traveled to their senior years in high school. And that's the end of our list. Did you find a good modern romance manhwa to read? Let's talk more in the comment section below. As always, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more manhwa recommendation. Hit that bell icon so you will be updated on my latest manhwa recommendations. Again, thank you so much for reaching the end of this video. Let's enjoy reading more manhwa and see you on my next video. Bye-bye!